Welcome to Forgotten Coast Fishing. We're sitting in about 100 feet of water here off the coast of Mexico Beach in the Panhandle of Florida. And what I'm gonna do first, I'm gonna throw down this 150 gram Johnny jig. And this is a Shimano Talavera Slow J rig in the medium heavy power. And this is a Penn Fathom 2 15. So I'm gonna drop this all the way to the bottom, kind of work it there. If I don't get anything, then I'll kind of slowly start to work it through the water column. Oh, here we go. All right. So I wasn't getting any bites on the bottom, so I started working it towards the surface. And let's see what we've got here. Oh man. Oh, I think it's an amberjack. A lot of times those guys will kind of hit this thing as you're bringing it up towards the surface. Of course, big snapper will do the same. Maybe we've got one of those. I stopped us about 30-40 feet from the reef. It's back this way, and I did that on purpose because we've got some current, and that way our kind of jigs, and if we throw out some dead bait, will kind of drift towards the reef. But also, if we do get something like this amberjack, we're not sitting right on the reef, and hopefully he won't break us, which he just did. So we must be a little bit closer to the reef than I thought, because he definitely got us down into it. We just lost our jig. Well, that was 60-pound mono on there. So let's go up a little bit to 80. If those are amberjack, they're not gonna really care, you know, if it's bigger line. Oh man. All right, so I was doing this jig the same way. I was bringing it back up to the surface, and this dude was pretty close to the surface. I looked down right after I got the bite, and I could see him. So, but he's a nice one. I even set my drag a little bit tighter. Just try to do it even a little more. Geez, this is going to be a nice one if we can get him up. All right, definitely, I think it's an amberjack. Oh man, he's about to pull me overboard. There we go. All right, we'll put him in low gear and just try to start winching him up. Wow. Oh, so I put a little bit of 80-pound. Oh, all right, I've got to change something. This setup is just not big enough for these guys. That's 3 break-offs. So I've got my Penn Slammer 4 7500. Since these guys are hitting it close to the surface, I'm going to throw that bigger setup out there, see if we can't get one of these in and see how big they are, because they seem pretty big. All right, so I've lost 2 $15 jigs right off the bat. So I've got several of these. These are a bit cheaper, but if these are amberjack, they're going to hit anything. I know our reef is out here about 40-50 feet this way, so I've casted that jig out there, and I'm going to kind of let it sit, kind of maybe getting close to the bottom, at least 3/4 the way down, so that when I pull it up, I've got a lot of water to pull through, and hopefully it'll go through those amberjack. Oh yeah, there he is right there. Oh man, I could see him. Oh, these are big ones. Man, I would love to get one of these up. Okay, let's just kind of let them go. Okay, I'm feeling good about this one. All right, I feel like I'm making some more headway on this guy, more than I did on any of the others. All right, I see a little color. Think we may get him in, Steven. I think it's just a big amberjack. Look at him. Here he comes. There's another one with it. Yep, just a big amberjack. Wow, we got him in. Well, let's not speak too soon. He is a big amberjack. Man, look at this dude. This is a monster. All right, we're gonna have to grab him by the gills. All right, I'm gonna get you back into the water, amberjack. All right. Oh man, look at this guy. Look at this amberjack, everybody. Nice one. These are what we were getting down there, and I just didn't have big enough tackle. So finally, when I went to this 100-pound leader, kind of a bigger jig, and using the biggest spinning rod that I've got on board, we're able to get this dude in. All right, let's get a quick measurement and everything on this guy, and we'll see if we can get him back. All right, everybody, look at this nice amberjack. Let's get you in the sun, amberjack. All right. All right. Oh, we didn't get a weight. Let's see. 20, 21. He's about 21 pounds. All right, to the fork. So he's like 35 and a half maybe. So let's get this dude on back. Here you go, amberjack. Straight back down. All right, well, we finally got him. After about 5 or 6 break-offs, we finally got him in. Okay, I'm gonna do something a little different. I don't think it's really worth trying to pull up those amberjacks since those are so big. We'd just lose a bunch of jigs, and you know, it's a lot of work too. But I'm gonna see if there's something on the bottom, maybe a grouper or snapper or something like that. So I've tied up this Carolina rig. I've got a Spanish sardine on the bottom, 7/0 circle hook, that 100-pound mono again, going up to a swivel. Then on top of that, I've got a bead and a 6-ounce sinker. So we'll sit that on the bottom. These are not the hardiest of fish as far as staying on your hook. So one good bite is probably all we're gonna get. So hopefully it's kind of a big and hell type bite. But we've got some cut bluefish if we need to get into something like that, but that's all we have right now. As a lot of you guys know, we're not in our house anymore. We're in the process of building a new home on our property, so we're in a temporary apartment. So I kind of lost my bait freezer for now. So I'm trying to figure out how I can kind of manage that. Oh, okay, here we go. Oh man. All right, this is, oh geez. This is that Carolina rig. This was our first drop. Oh man. Oh geez. Geez. Did we get another amberjack? I don't know. This was just sitting on the bottom. I'm hoping it's a red snapper. I'm hoping to kind of get away from those amberjack, just because the ones we were getting were so big. I think the only reason I got that last one in was he was probably smaller than those others. I don't know, man. This may be a snapper. Here comes some color. What do you think he is? Amberjack or snapper, Steven? Looks like, I can't tell yet. No, it's a snapper. Oh man, another nice snapper. Check him out, Steven. Look at this dude. Look at all the amberjack with him. All right. Come here, red snapper. We'll get you back down. All right. Another nice snapper. Check him out, Steven. Look at him. He's about 13 pounds. Let's see what he measures out to be, and we'll get him down. So he's about 28, maybe 28 and a half or so. Well, let's get this guy back down. All right, I'm gonna get this guy down on this descending device, which will let loose of him at about 50 feet. Here we go. I have found that this descending device for these bigger ones works a lot better. Sometimes those venting tools just don't really seem to vent them that well. There he goes, he's off. Yep, he's off. But yeah, see, just let them go. You can see the jaws are open there. So I'm going to set this to the side here so it's ready to go. Hopefully if we get another one. I'm going to just throw a free line out here with this Spanish sardine on here. Just go through the eye like this and then kind of go just behind the head a little bit. Just kind of try to get close to that backbone. It's a little tougher. And hopefully this will help that dude stay on. And like I said, if the fish short strikes it, maybe he'll grab that hook instead of just the body and leaving the head. Okay, got him. Got him. Oh yeah, another good one. Another good one. I'm surprised I'm able to keep this sardine on. It's so mushy. I hooked this one a little different. I'll show you when I get him up. I went through the eye and then came back and hooked him in the back, just trying to keep him on a little more. Also, if the fish short strikes, he'll hopefully get that hook, which is what happened on my last drop. He took everything but the head, which was where the hook was hooked. All right, so we got another snapper. Not as big as the last one, but he would be a keeper if we were able to keep him. All right. Oh man. Let's see what we got here. We got one here too. All right, I want to kind of be quick so I can get these two snapper back. Oh man, this is a big one. All right, another big one. Oh geez. What am I gonna do with this one? All right, I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna try to get this dude over so he can kind of swim there for a second and get this in the rod holder. Give him a little slack. There he goes. All right, so he can swim. All right, let's get this guy off or up. All right, this free line that I was using is my Penn Battle 5000. So it's kind of one of my smaller spinning rigs out here, but let's see if we can get this guy up. Pretty sure this is another snapper. He's not giving us that total on digging like a amberjack will. Snapper, sometimes once you kind of get them tired a little bit, you can kind of start to make some headway. All right, should be seeing some color here soon. Not yet. Oh, here he comes. Oh, why can't it be red snapper season? We would be eating really good. We would have 3 in the box, counting this one if we get them in. All right, another nice snapper. All right, another nice snapper. Oh geez, I better grab this dude by the gills. I don't want him to break the line here. Man, look at this snapper on the free line. Oh man, I can't even hold him anymore. All right, gotta get the little dude off too. Nice red snapper here. Let's see what this dude, he may be the heaviest one of the day. He's 18 pounds. Let's see what he measures. He's 33 or so, maybe 33 and a half. All right, snapper, let's get you down. All right, let's get this guy up and back down. All right, snappers, I know you waited a long time. All right, your turn, little snapper. All right, got both those guys down safely. we're getting them again. Yep, here he is. No, he got off. All right, we got him now. We got him now. I don't know why. There's drag. Man, I thought I had it pretty loose sitting in the rod holder, but he wasn't taking it out. Now, he's not going to be our big monster snapper, unless he's just kind of swimming at me, but I think he's going to be on the smaller side. That's okay. A fish is a fish, and a red snapper on top of that. I think that's what it is. Yeah, here he is. No, I mean, he's not tiny by any means. There we go. If we were keeping red snapper, I think this would be our fourth and final keeper. Oh. Yeah, Steven, but we can't keep him. We've got, I don't know, about 3 more months or something like that. All right, snapper. Get you back down. All right, works like a charm. You can feel when the fish pop off, this little device kind of gives you a little pop, and you kind of know, because this weight is, I think it's a 3-pound weight. You know, it's pretty heavy. Sometimes you can't tell if it's the fish and the weight or just the weight. That was it on my sardine. I do have that bluefish in there, but I'm going to throw out kind of a jig here. I'm going to put it back on, well, this rod actually. Take this hook off and put a jig back on and see if those snapper will grab a jig. So I tied on another one of these Spro jigs. All I've got is these smaller ones, but these snapper I don't think will bend this hook. Now if we get an amberjack, show's over probably. So I know we got some snapper down there. Just hopefully one of those guys grabs it and we don't have any amberjack hanging around. Oh, here he goes. All right, man, that didn't take long at all. That didn't take long at all. Yes, man, this is very cool. Now this can happen a lot with those amberjacks, as you've seen on a lot of my videos, throwing these Spro jigs out. Man, it's just pitch and kicks with those amberjacks sometimes. I've never really got a snapper school fired up with it before, but I don't know if that's what we got here. Yeah, red snapper on the jig, red snapper on the Spro jig. Look at that, Steven. Check him out. All right, nice red snapper on the Spro jig. This dude doesn't need to be vented, since we kind of grabbed him there at the surface. Ow! Man, I'm trying not to tear up my hands. All right, nice snapper. Let's get you on back, dude. There he goes. Now, I don't know what ounce this is. I think it's only an ounce, ounce and a half, maybe 2, but I don't think it's that heavy. So, like we did earlier, I'm going to let it sink just a little bit. But I know these snapper are not deep down at all, because they were getting that free line, you know, within a minute or 2 or less from when it hit the water. And you know, those guys don't sink that fast. Here he is again. Man, I don't even think I worked it twice and we had him. Definitely not our big monsters, but this is very cool. Snapper on the jig. All right, I still hadn't seen any color though. Oh, there he is. Come on up, snapper. Is this a beeliner? Beeliner, 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 or snapper? Yes, it's a big beeliner. That's a nice beeliner. He was foul hook. Look at that. He didn't even grab it in his mouth. Well, I'm gonna get this dude in the box. Let's get a quick measurement. Let's not, because we're gonna lose him. All right. Yeah, we needed to keep that dude anyway. That hook messed him up pretty good. But I am gonna take my sword knife and bleed him out. Okay, here we go. Here he is. All right, On this last cast, I saw some amberjack, and following it up, hopefully this is a snapper. Feels like we can manage him. Here we go, Stephen. Here we go. Get him, get him, get him. All right, you got him. You got him in your hand. Okay, there's he go. All right, let's get him. Oh man, he's gonna be a good one, I think. Let's see if we can get him up. Let's see if we can get him up. You got him? Trout? Oh, he's still pulling out some drag. All right, let me go over here and let's get him. Let's see what you caught. You caught a bluefish. All right. No, a baby amberjack. Man, look at that little amberjack. This actually could be an almaco. He would be too small for an almaco. Yeah, I think this guy's a little almaco, but he's a little too little to keep. So we're gonna get this guy on back. Nice almaco. Well, I haven't gotten one of these guys in a long time. Let's get him back. Good job, Steven. Nice fish. It's high tide and this bite has totally died. So we're gonna go ahead and head on back. But what a great day getting those amberjack and red snapper on some artificials. And we got a beeliner for dinner. But if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you won't miss my future videos. So until next time, hope to see you on another episode of Forgotten Coast Fishing.